I thought about this, and I'm an awful cook.
Where would you get the ingredients, though? Like, you want sugar. Where are you going to get sugar?
Get some cane. I don't know.
What does sugar cane look like, Brandon?
How do you go from sugar cane to sugar? How do you do that?
I know it's very. You can get malaria.
Do you shake the
It's
sugar
very
out?
dangerous to do that.
You can get malaria.
You know, because it's wet, it's muggy. So to go from one to the other.
How do you get the sugar out of the sugar cane?
My big thing is getting salt. You'd have to go mine salt, right?
It's just inside. Yeah. You snap it open.
Blessings be upon you.
Brandon,
But I don't want to
I'm going
find
to show you a
salt for
picture.
everybody.
I'm going to show you a
Protect
picture,
the Portuguese
and you tell me whether or
people.
not it's sugar cane.
As the first
ready?
ever Queen Regnant of
Okay.
Portugal,
Wait.
it was your wise stewardship
It's
that
a walking
protected the
cage.
royal court from the incursions of Napoleon.
I
Established a
imagine
safe haven
it's
in
a cylinder
Brazil
shape.
to preserve the
cane.
All cane
integrity of
is.
Yeah.
Portuguese rule.
Yep. Well, what else
Despite
do you
struggling with illness
Okay, you're right.
throughout
You just
your
walk up
reign,
to any cane and be like,
your
what
Yeah, the
efforts
first cylinder
to
you
ensure
find is sugar.
Portugal's close cooperation with Brazil are
but
credited
I
with helping that state
I don't think I have any
gain
redeemable
its
skills for
eventual
caveman
independence. And for this,
You know, when I
mean,
show,
I can
whenever I
invent
show
a
my,
wheel.
my
Admired and
computer
respected.
screen, I always want to check what my tabs are.
Yeah.
My tabs are my inbox,
Yeah.
Wikipedia entry on urine. Where is Rome in relation to other countries? Customer sweats.
Excuse me.
And who is the Alien 4 director? And then a picture of a cane. Really, I'm looking forward to watching Alien 4 on my Roman holiday to get pissed on.
I can't even look at my list of stuff to talk about because my phone is dead. As
His
it
phone
always
is dead
is.
all the
Excuse
fucking
me.
What
time.
happened? Is it the
now.
battery dead
All
or
the
The
fucking
battery lasts 3 hours.
You go check.
My phone's great, by the way. I no longer will complain about my phone
Because
after the last update.
you started a new phone, right?
Nope.
I don't want to do that. I want to keep my backup. I want to keep my texts.
Well,
It's not happening. Well, my texts are there, I think.
All right. From when? From like 2008?
You go back that far?
Yeah.
Delete that shit, Gavin, and get rid of
I got nothing
Our
bad in there. I don't
capital
know what you want
city.
from
it. You
me.
got tons of bad stuff.
I just got like, how, like sometimes you remember a person that you don't really see anymore. It's like, I'm not really friends with this person anymore. Was I ever friends? And you read the text message, it's like, oh, we were actually friends. You don't ever do that?
Yeah, it bums
my
you
favorite
out.
is people that I've known for years, and I get a text from them like, oh, hey, I'm going to be here for the next 2 days. I'm out of town. I'm like, okay. And then I see the previous text, and it's something like,
with one of the eagle's
you know,
own
do you need me to come over to shoot season 4? You know, it's like literally have not texted that person in like a year.
Or it's, happy birthday. Thanks, man. Scroll up. Hey, happy birthday. Thanks, dude.
Or you go back and look at your old dating life, and you're like looking, you're like, oh man, I had no clue.
have
It was
some
completely
information.
obvious. This wasn't going anywhere. I just kept texting and texting.
My
interesting stuff.
text history with you doesn't go back that far, Brandon.
we text, I think you and I text too much.
Something must have happened to our text messages because it only goes back to November 2014.
But on your phone, it probably goes back
Good.
further.
Oh, I can check. The earliest text I have from you on here was you telling me the 535 was at pinballs and I wanted a group hug.
Oh, yeah, when the 535 came in for an event and they ended up at the Pinballs Arcade.
It's pretty
It's
annoying
like
that
I
you
had to translate
can't.
that.
It's impossible to go through your text history on your phone.
Well, you can't go all the way to the top. You have to load more, and then
Yeah.
you scroll, and
Load
then you
more.
load more, and
It's
if,
annoying.
for whatever reason you hit the button and go back to the main
Yeah, you
inbox,
fuck it up.
you have to start again. It's
You
like,
can see your-
just
all-
make a begin. It has the beginning on there. Make a go to beginning button.
You can see all your pictures though,
export
which
it.
is nice. All the pictures you've ever sent.
It's super cool.
Being able to export it would be really cool. I found a really annoying thing. Now we're on the Apple part of the podcast where we bitch about Apple products.
I like my Apple products.
So I recorded Teddy. We were doing some science stuff this weekend. We built. This is really cool, by the way. We built slime and put iron filings in
How'd
it to
you
make
build-
magnetic slime. Dude, making slime is super easy.
What is it? What's slime?
So you take Elmer's glue, you put it in a bowl, like a bottle of Elmer's glue, and then you take water, fill the bottle back about halfway with water, tap it, shake it up, dump the rest of it in. So you clean out all the glue in the bottle. Then you take some borax, which is basically laundry detergent. You can get borax powder on Amazon.
You see it everywhere. You buy it at HEB.
You can buy borax anywhere.
Borax.
Yeah, so you take water, like I took water in a coffee cup, filled with water, dumped 1 tablespoon of borax in that, stirred it so I had a little solution. Then you slowly add that solution to Elmer's glue while you stir it, you have slime.
That's cool.
It's so awesome. And so we were making slime, then we put iron filings in it, and we had the super powerful magnet so it would like grab
the
it.
magnet?
Yeah, grab it. And then the magnets we could make stronger by taking these little disc magnets and then putting it on the horseshoe magnet. So we had all these disc magnets, so then we lined them up in a row on the counter, and Teddy would throw one magnet at it, and then they would all collapse together. Like they would all pick each other up like that.
I've seen a lot of that on the internet recently.
I was inspired by like Smarter Every Day.
Well, yeah, Destin did one, and there was a channel called Beyond Slow Motion that had powder paint on each one.
Oh, that's
Kicked and all
cool.
that. It was pretty cool.
We didn't do that. But I was recording in slow-mo on my iPhone, and you can't send a slow motion video from your iPhone. It just sends it in full speed at a high frame rate.
Really?
That's it. And it's like I looked up how to send slow motion video from an iPhone. It's like you can't do it.
But it
Everyone's
works.
bitching about
Why
it.
didn't you send it to me?
It works
Chanticleer,
only in
say to
iMessage
him
if you send it via
professionally.
iMessage. That's
But if you
the
send
thing I
an
read.
email, it doesn't.
Send an email, or if you send it to like my kids are all on Android, so if I send it to like to my Hangouts and I send it to them,
Yeah.
they don't get it.
Oh, I guess it would have to like re-export it or save it.
That's the
Yeah, but
only
how
thing.
hard is that?
It's probably. I guess it would just be a process.
You gotta take it into like iMovie to get it.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
them,
It is annoying though. Like you got a
How
200.
fucking annoyed are we by this?
You got a
Amazing
240
device.
frame video, like it's the slowest you can do on iPhone.
Yeah.
720p.
I think
And instead of giving you,
I think that's only on the Plus that goes that high.
oh, is it?
I
But
think-
instead
no,
of giving
mine
you
can do
slow mo, it gives you a normal speed video that plays at 240 frames a second. It's like, who would ever want to watch that
No,
like that?
I have no
Lunatic.
idea.
I got one more. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna show it to Brandon.
Okay,
so.
I got one more thing to read while you show them that. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by MeUndies. Whether you're wearing a suit or sweats, you spend almost 24 hours a day in your underwear. But instead of making a statement like Superman's tights under his everyday clothes, your underwear is probably boring. MeUndies is here to change that. Every pair of MeUndies is made from sustainably sourced modal, a fabric that's twice as soft as cotton. Nothing can describe the fit and feel of MeUndies. Once you try them on, you'll understand why they're called the world's most comfortable underwear. If you don't love your first pair of MeUndies, they're free, no questions asked. MeUndies has dozens of styles and limited edition prints to help make
One of your combat units is near an enemy unit.
MeUndies has dozens of styles and limited edition prints to help you make a statement with your underwear, whether anyone can see them or not. Shipping is free in the US and Canada. You can save up to $8 a pair with the MeUndies subscription plan. Get the subscription or a single pair. Get 20% off your first order when you go to MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. It's MeUndies.com/roosterteeth for 20% off your first order. MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. Thank you to MeUndies for sponsoring this episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Where were you looking just then?
I was looking at the screen, actually.
Oh.
So they get the camera.
Bernie, that is so cool that you know your kid, he's interested in it. I'm so worried that I'm going to have a kid that's going to be way cooler than me.
Gonna have a kid.
Yeah.
Is that,
I'm worried that my
is that your
future
way of
child
telling-
will be way cooler. Like, I
Well,
see what you're going to say
it'll
here.
choke
I
to
didn't
death
mean
on
that.
a
Brandon's
bottle
telling me
of
my
lube.
kids aren't cooler than me.
I'm worried it's like, it's just like anything that I want to like, do. It's just be like, no, that's lame.
He who
Can I tell you
commands-
what the best part about being a dad to two boys is?
We have a
Is-
unit
is, like,
that
it's
is
getting
on the
cooler,
verge of
especially as they
being
get older. Like,
destroyed.
we spent this whole weekend, Gus, playing Masters of Orion,
Oh,
a big
that's awesome.
multiplayer match, and like they were like bugging me to play. I'm like, well, this is cool. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
like they were.
I
they're
just
too
feel at the
young
age
for-
where you can kick their ass like nonstop.
I do help them a little bit, like alliances and send them money here and there, but a little bit. But no, they gotta learn to lose too. Also, you can like go play catch whenever I want to. It's just like I can always just go play a game of catch.
Are you ever annoyed you didn't have a girl though?
I very, very much so. Yeah, I'm not annoyed, but I wish I'd had a daughter as well. I feel
Buy
like it's
one.
a missing component. What's wrong with you? Supposedly, everyone says you can just do that. Like you just say, "I want a girl," and then they give you a girl.
Yeah, I saw their
Stay.
services.
Like with the fertilization thing.
you're not talking about
They'll like
adoption.
pull one out of their
Okay.
pocket.
So
and
they
give
can
it to you.
they can change the sex of a kid.
Not
now.
change the sex of a kid.
Pick the sex.
Yes.
What do they do? Just like look at all the little jizzes and get the girl one?
I think in a centrifuge, I think one of them goes like lower than others when you spin it.
And they cross on the right or the left.
I think they cross.
You just
another-
need the double X.
So
right?
what? They go low because they're heavier?
I'll
I
find
think
out how
what
they
they
do
do
spin
is they fertilize several eggs, and then they do a genetic analysis on them to determine if they have X and Y chromosomes or just X chromosomes, and they can also look at other markers to determine things like hair color and eye color.
And then they
So
have
you
the,
can look. It's like here's the list of fertilized eggs you have. This is a girl with brown hair and brown eyes.
it's
This is a
such a-
boy with blue hair and
It's a
blonde
dumb
eyes.
game because you'll never know what you missed out on.
I was gonna look up how do they pick the sex of a baby, and what Google auto-completed was how do they pick sexiest man alive? Like enough people are like they see that announcement from what is that People magazine, sexiest man alive? They see that and they're like, what the fuck was that shit?
How is it not me?
Yeah,
Again.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
The
What was you
runner-up is who
considering?
searched for that.
Ben Affleck. Come on. Man,
Ben
I like him,
Affleck's a
but-
sexy dude. He like I like him because he comes and goes.
Yeah.
Like he's not always in shape, but when he is, he looks good. And then sometimes he looks like I just finished a movie 2 months ago. I'm just like gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
See him whacking that big tire? He's in good shape.
He wasn't that. And then did you see the interviews he was doing with Superman when
Where
How
he was-
could you not?
Where he was looking like he wanted
everyone
to die.
saw it. Where he looked like he
Yeah.
was so sad. He was not in super great shape in that. So he's got the capability of getting into super great shape. Let me see here. Couples. Anyway, I'm not going to read all this. It's a lot of science
It's
stuff.
basically what I said. There's an episode of Vice, I think about a month ago, where
Oh,
they
really?
talk about it. Yeah.
You know, one of the contestants on The Amazing Race is an obstetrician.
That's back on, right?
It is. We just got through racing through Armenia.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yep, we had some cool challenges in that one. We
Is
had
that
one
what
that
that
was
flag
like,
is? That
Thou
weird
shalt
looking one?
not
this
mutter.
is
Georgia?
no,
the
this is
YouTube
Georgia.
trailer.
That's next week. Spoiler: I'm going to Georgia because
Completely
we
out
do
of
the
frame.
Armenian one.
There you go.
The Armenian, it's a lot of the flag. A lot of the places we went to have kind of similar flags, like the you know, because we had to memorize. You never know when you're gonna hit a memory challenge, and flags are important to know. So I was always memorizing the flags of where we went. It's like Armenia is kind of similar to the Colombian flag. This is the crest, but like the flag is just yellow,
Very similar colors.
yellow, blue, and red. Yeah, but it's just like so having to keep it all straight.
There's a lot of red, blue, and white flags.
And Armenia is interesting. It's kind of, here it looks yellowish, but it actually looks really orange in
You
person.
made an instrument.
Red,
Thanks
blue,
to your
and orange.
research,
Welcome.
Anyway,
all of your
and
future
I can't see
military
the flags.
units will possess
But,
the Embark promotion.
Scott, who's
and
Blair's
can move
dad,
across the
he's,
water.
he's super smart dude. He's an
Don't
obstetrician,
spoil the episode, by the way.
and he's a lawyer. And he was, you know, you have downtime, so people would talk about stuff. And so the girls, especially like the models, I remember would pepper him with sexual questions a lot. And he told us that, and this is something I've always heard, like you heard about like Henry VIII beheading all of his wives,
Not all of them.
a lot of them, because they kept giving him
some information
daughters instead
that
of
maybe-
sons. And then the irony there is that it's the male that determines the sex of the baby. And I've always known that since I was a kid.
So he
Well,
should
it's
have
like
cut his own head off.
kinda. I mean, he throws them all over there. It's whatever sticks. It's not like you only.
It's
It.
no.
It's
no.
not like the only
No.
thing there is the not like everything that you throw in there is a Y chromosome in it. You throw them all.
I don't remember the term he was talking about, but he talked about that. I've always learned, Gus, that the male determines the sex of the baby. That's what I've always known.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Because the woman.
the woman just has
gives
an X
the
chromosome.
and it's up to the man
Right,
to
but
give
you
the Y.
send
no,
off
combat
a
units
bunch of
defend
Do you
different.
our
understand what we're saying,
territory.
Brandon, or is this confusing to you? Because I feel like this is a very basic
Are
concept.
you saying that it's in by an extension? It's,
We are not arguing with you. We are saying the exact same thing you're saying, but you're making it sound like we're saying different things.
Because I'm saying it's like the man chooses it. It's like, it's really up to what goes on in there on her side. you
Really?
know?
The dude doesn't jizz specific sperm out?
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying though, it's not. It's not the guy who determines. To say the guy who determines it makes it sound
It's
like
the guy who
he's
determines
only,
it.
No, he throws it all in there.
But what
it's
Scott,
what
was, what
sticks.
Scott was telling me as an MD, or what Scott told the group is that
so mad.
that women have a selective process. They have a genetically selective process by which they can determine. Their body can determine which
Wisdom
genes
and
to use,
virtue
or which
are
sperm to accept.
انا
essentially.
السلطان ديال مراكش احمد المنصور
And even across like
باسم الشعب
if,
ديالي
a
كان ارحب
woman,
بكم
for lack of a better term, mates with
كمل.
multiple guys in a day, it can select. Her body can select which is the most genetically
ما
I
قابلين
just thought the first sperm wins.
That's what I
No.
always thought too. But
Because it
I don't
was
know.
the
I don't know
first
what the
one
process is called.
wriggles in.
Does,
Then
does the woman's body
Wisdom
like
and-
slow down the undesirable sperm?
With
Like, they give him the
acidity?
long route. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we
It's-
got lost.
There's a
The
video.
truth should take the left at Albuquerque.
There's a video online that shows you exactly what it's like for the sperm. Like it's terrifying. It's like the scariest thing in the world.
Hundreds of
Even like
videos.
right when you see the egg and you're like reaching for it in sperm body form. There's like these tentacles that come from the ground and like grab you and hold you there. It's so scary.
There's ground in the woman's body.
It's just
Well, I
coming
feel
from
like the
bottom.
the
Like, you
woman's
remember
body
Teenage
is-
Mutant Ninja Turtles when like the tentacles they shock you. Same thing, except it's game over if you get shocked.
the woman's body's trying to kill everything. Right?
Yeah.
At all times. It's like, oh, foreign material, annihilate it.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Except some that make it to the egg.
Except the desirable one.
جيت وانا كل امل باش نوصل
It is mental though. Like, how far does? Because you always see like the journey of the sperm like going nuts with its little tail. How far is it really going though? Like, does someone just jizz all over the egg? Like, where's the egg? How far is it?
It's well,
It comes
it's
from
in
the-
the uterus.
up in the uterus.
It comes from the tube, the fallopian.
Comes from the ovary, travels down the fallopian
But
tube.
in real centimeters, how far does the sperm go?
Well, it's through the cervix. So unless you're really precise, you're really like getting a clean shot, I would say you're not hitting the egg.
So how far in?
I'll hit it.
How far does it travel? Does it swim?
It's like half a block.
18 centimeters
18 centimeters.
from the cervix through the uterus to the fallopian tube.
You're playing
That's
the Division,
pretty
right, Gus?
far.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that everything in the Division is 0.2 kilometers away?
Yes, I
Whenever-
have noticed that.
Whenever you set a waypoint, everything is
and
almost
then
always
as soon
0.2
as you cross
kilometers.
under 0.2 kilometers, then it switches to meters. Then it's 190 meters.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh.
It's just the
This-
weirdest thing. It's like I can always tell you as soon as I set a waypoint, I'm going 0.2 kilometers.
So the fastest swimmers can find the egg in as little as 45 minutes. So the fastest ones will get there 45 minutes later.
That's quite a long process.
So it's like,
isn't it?
imagine you bang, then 45 minutes later, she's like, oh, I just felt something weird. Like, oh, that's it.
45 minutes to swim 18 centimeters.
We just made a baby.
No, it's the obstacle course, man. It's like
Here, think about this too. Think about this, Gus. You never considered this, but every time you ejaculate, every individual load
I probably thought about this.
Every load.
is either a feminine or a masculine load just by like sheer numbers of chromosomes in it.
Okay.
Like you're never gonna have an even split. That's
Okay.
very unlikely. You know?
So what, you might skew very feminine on one load? Like,
Not
oh,
very. You're
that's a
probably
girly
like
load.
off by like 0.0001%, but you have this is a feminine feminine
You
load.
confounded
You're just
new
like,
This is a
city
masculine.
with your
Definitely
settler.
dudes.
But
Move
you're
your
right, like,
settler
at-
to a
Sample use
fertile
only. What's this?
location
At that-
and found
What are
a
we
new
looking at?
city.
That's sperm.
yeah, this is it's like
We're just watching a
Oh
screensaver.
god, it's like landing
See,
at
look, it's
Normandy.
like,
It's like there's a machine gunner up there with a swastika, fucking
This one's
shooting
gonna
at
make
him.
it.
Man, the sequel to Finding Nemo is really weird. They went really avant-garde with it. We're watching a video of
this
like
is the
like
jetpack scene. It's where they're just jetpacking through
God, they
the.
got a long way to go. Oh, make it.
oh, look at the
Make
go,
it.
buddy.
Are we getting in trouble because it says sample use only? What the
I
fuck
don't know
are we
what that
looking
is.
at?
Oh, so it's like
Get in
you
there.
gotta get in between the
They
little
gotta eat.
nodules.
It's like they gotta fucking chew their way in.
Oh, the light is too much.
You're set.
Get it?
Oh!
You missed
Oh,
the
cut
money
away.
shot. We cut away.
No, the money shot was 45
shot
minutes
was-
ago.
It was 45 minutes and 18 centimeters ago.
All right, that's enough. I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, we're done with that. Hey,
Gross.
did you hear that? Oh, first of all, I got to complain about something. There seems to be a new trend in technology where there's a cool tool out there, and the first party like platform or whatever is like totally fine with it for a long period of time. Then they buy it and then they just get rid of it. And they're about to shut down 2 products that I use that make me upset.
Okay.
One more so than the other.
What are they?
The first is Reddit is shutting down Alien Blue, which is the app that I use
Oh,
to
I
access.
use that. Why are they shutting it down?
I never got the appeal of that app.
I don't
thought
really
it was,
care.
It's,
Mathematics
Yeah, I
is the
don't.
game.
It's okay.
no,
what
people
other
love
way
it.
to read Reddit on your phone is there?
I just use the mobile Reddit. Go to i.reddit.com.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I.Reddit.
i.reddit.com.
Why I?
I don't know. I didn't make the fucking site.
I like
I'm
the
just
letter?
telling you. Yes.
Not
No,
UI.
but like the
No,
emoji
no.
fucking symbol.
There's a word I.
Pile of poo.
You fuckers. Anyway,
what's the
and
other
then the
thing?
other one is they're getting rid of TweetDeck in like 10 days.
When did you use tweet?
Nah, never use that.
Fucking TweetDeck is awesome.
It's good for
what?
multiple accounts.
It's great for anything. Like I just have like my mentions. I have everything in one place. Boom. Look at that. I
Why
got the
just-
RT podcast
Just use your
hashtag.
phone.
I do too.
Well, just use your phone for Reddit then.
Here is something
fucking
that
smart
may-
guy.
Go to
I do.
Go
What
to
do you mean?
i.reddit.com.
Don't use Alien Blue.
Don't go to eye.reddit.com.
Oh, you use Alien Blue on a Mac?
No, I use it on my phone. What's wrong with you?
Hello. Everyone's really upset.
What are the
today.
why have it, somebody's like, Sorolla, I'm surprised you haven't ranted about the chips and bank cards yet.
Chips in Bangkok?
Did you see when you were gone that I brought the earbuds in? The earbuds?
No, I did. Oh, yeah, I did.
I didn't
yeah,
want you to try them because you're
I would have dissolved them. No, it's just I've been really frustrated lately. Like we are in a transition technology-wise right now, with credit cards in the United States, and I go to pay for something, and I have a chip credit card, and I try to put in the reader, and they're like, "Oh no, don't do that. Swipe it." Like, swipe. Nope, didn't work. Chip. Wait, is this NFC? It's like there's 3 different ways to pay, and
Right.
only one of them works on every fucking terminal.
And sometimes they look at
Fix
you
it.
like an idiot if you try and swipe. Because I'm used to swiping now here. 'Cause
Well,
it's the past.
and also-
They're like, it's got a chip on it. I was like, I know, but they don't all work.
And
And also,
everything-
it's like they'll give you a little terminal be in front of you, and they're like, "Oh no, that doesn't work. Give it to me. I have to swipe it back here at the
Yeah.
register." Like, well, why the fuck do you have this thing out here?
And the chip doesn't help anything because you still sign for it.
Every-
Chip and sign your chip and pin.
Every store should support Apple Pay and whatever Google wants to do as well, because the few times you can use it, you walk in, you hit a button, you throw your watch or your phone on the little thing, and then you walk away. You don't got to sign shit. It's to me,
He had
I
to
don't know why
sign
that's
with
not the
Apple
focus.
Pay. Bernie did it. He signed.
No,
it was
I
Apple
don't-
Pay
I
and
didn't
signed.
sign.
I did. I Apple Pay inside.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's,
Who
when
was
that's when we lost all
The
the
markers.
shop.
We lost all the markers. So I was using Apple Pay. We lost the markers because he was making fun of me for signing.
Say
And then I walked out arguing. We left all the markers sitting on the counter.
Are you ready to go and do that again? It's coming up.
Yeah. We're going back to that thing, right?
Markers
yeah.
for what?
That was for the top creators of YouTube.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like it was
Why aren't
cool
you
little-
guys there?
What's that? Because we're top creators. The do you guys hear that Suicide Squad is
Oh,
now
God.
in reshoots? This is a very disturbing headline. Reshoots were always the thing that made you think the movie was going to suck. That isn't always the case. A lot of movies go through reshoots.
After testing.
But it's worrisome the reason why it's in reshoots. Suicide Squad is now in reshoots, reportedly to add more jokes
What I heard was
Yeah, make it
because
that
of Deadpool.
apparently every joke in the movie was in the trailer.
Really?
And that people responded so positively to the humor, they were like, "Oh fuck, we gave away every joke." So they're having to go back and add more like witty banter between the characters.
Yeah, like
Tens of millions of dollars.
Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like a joke every 10 seconds.
And I also, I've predicted that after Batman vs. Superman, that there's going to be a lot of fatigue now, and people are going to be more wary about superhero movies, and that Suicide Squad could be a disappointment. I fully recognize, though, that's a risky prediction. I predicted basically the same thing for Guardians of the Galaxy and was dead wrong. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be too obscure for a normal audience. However, I got to say, just so I don't seem like I'm biased against DC's properties. Gavin loves when people mispronounce anything. He just loves it. It's his favorite thing in the world.
He mispronounces everything.
I know he does. But I'm not, just to show, I am biased against DC. I'm more of a Marvel person, I admit that, but at least I can be objective. This fucking Doctor Strange movie, every time I see a still from it, I'm like, there's no way people are going to see that, right? They're not going to go see Doctor Strange.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm
What are you
looking
talking
at.
about? What is it?
I don't know.
It's Benedict Cumberbatch plays a mystical, what is it?
Strange Doctor.
It's like some kind of spiritual appointment that you can get, and only one Doctor Strange exists over the Earth at one time, and he's Doctor Strange.
So it's like the Doctor.
But like on a mystical, like Doctor Who is specifically about science and time. This guy's just mystical. Like he banishes people to the seventh circle of hell and stuff like that, and fights demons.
So
and
he can
things.
just make his own rules. It's like, oh my god.
So he's
I
like the
can't
Grim
change
Reaper.
it.
Oh my god.
It's like the Grim Reaper.
It's
Well,
like
there's only
lazy.
one-
It's like you don't have rules you have to work with. You're like, I'll just change
There's only
this
one
shit.
Grim
'cause I
Reaper.
can.
Isn't there?
Is there? What is-
The Grim Reaper, what?
There's only one of them
There's only
at one time.
sure. Doctor.
It's like Santa
I'm gonna
Claus.
read you just the short blurb about Doctor Strange. Dr. Stephen Vincent Strange, best known under his alias Doctor Strange, is a fictional
That's
superhero
not his alias. That's his name.
appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Mr. Sorolla.
The character first appeared in Strange Tales number 110. A former Doctor, Strange serves as the Sorcerer Supreme, the primary protector of Earth against magical and mystical threats. Debuting in the Silver Age of comics, the character has been featured in several comic series and adapted in a variety of media, including video games. What video game is Doctor Strange in?
Is silver
Animated
after
television
gold or
shows and
before
films.
gold?
What's that?
Is silver before or after gold? In
AU
ages.
before AG. In ages or
Yeah.
in the atomic chart?
What?
In comic ages.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Silver Age is before the Golden Age.
It is?
I think so.
So they only know it's the Silver Age after the Golden Age has happened.
Yeah, the Silver Age of I don't know if the. I don't
This
know
looks
if
so stupid.
Is there a
whatever you're
gold?
putting up there?
Is there? Yeah, that looks like.
My name is Gus Sorolla. You may know me by my alias, Gus.
Here, go back.
Sorolla.
Go show that screenshot again.
So
That is like we could play a game with that, which is that
It's like old-
$150 million movie or outside of Comic Con. Either one.
It looks like old Superman versus Robin Hood.
What is that? Yeah, I don't know.
It's Dr. Stephen Strange, a.k.a. Doctor Strange.
He's
That
caught
dude
up.
on the right, he's the dude from Firefly from Serenity.
No.
The guy on the right,
No.
isn't he?
That was not him.
He's the.
No.
It is.
It is him.
It is him.
Dude, could he be any more unhappy to be in that photo?
Which guy? Like,
His
not
hairline looks ridiculous.
It's pretty straight. They both look like they're, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of Doctor Strange fans out there that are super excited about this movie. I just can't imagine that that's going to do well. But I know but it will. It'll do just fine.
It looks like the Star Trek movie where they traveled back in time to the 80s? Remember that
Voyage Home?
piece of shit?
Star Trek 4? That was a fucking great movie.
You like Voyage Home?
Shut your
Great
mouth.
movie.
Oh my
Great
god.
movie. That's one of the even-numbered Star Trek movies. It has to be good.
Oh my god.
That was a great movie.
I don't like the going back and oh, look how crazy this
They
is
did
to
great
see them back in our current time.
It's a classic
like
fish out of water story. Story for the ages.
Don't like it.
What's the best Star Trek movie?
Pass.
The first Star Trek reboot.
Oh, you like that? I like that too. I also like the
Generations?
Undiscovered
I
Country.
meant the dig.
Star Trek.
Star Trek 6. The
Oh,
Undiscovered
Undiscovered
Country.
Country.
Wait, that's
I
not.
like that one.
I mean, that's a fun movie. You really think that's
He
a
who
Star
destroys
Trek?
It doesn't have
epitomizes
much
Star
to
Trek?
compete against. Star
You
Trek
didn't
is a
like
shitty
First Contact?
series.
First Contact
Star
was
Trek
really
movies
good.
are shitty.
Yeah, but Abrams
outta
movies,
here.
they're fun movies. But if you've seen the shows, his movies don't feel like Star Trek movies. They feel like these are fun sci-fi movies.
That's what I want. You know what isn't fun? The original Star Trek movies.
You don't like First Contact?
No, First Contact. All of them are
Contact was
terrible.
great.
It's great. It's great.
Thank you.
جيت وأنا كل أمل
I love Star Trek
باش
so much.
نوصلوا شي
Oh
اتفاق.
no,
So
you're
good.
not. You're not really serious.
Dude, I fucking get out of here. I fucking love Star Trek. I'm so
Next
happy.
Generation is one of the best shows
Yeah.
I think I've ever seen, and that's probably the best finale I've ever seen.
I got JD.
Great TV show.
I sat him down because it's all on Netflix, and I had him watch one episode of Star Trek Next Generation, and instantly I hooked. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I even picked the right episode. What episode did I pick?
Ooh. Did you pick
was it
the one with the alternate universes?
with Worf when he gets sent over
Yes.
to another reality?
No, but that's a great one.
Yeah.
I know I picked Inner Light. The one where
Oh,
the
the
probe.
flute?
Yeah, the flute. That's a fucking great
the
sci-fi
time loop.
episode.
You should show him the time loop one. I'll have to look it up.
It's not as good as the Clum of Bugbear.
the classic.
Great episode.
You
Very
didn't watch
divisive
any Star Trek. You
amongst the
watched
fan base.
Red Dwarf growing up.
Red Dwarf was class.
So was Star Trek. So don't poke fun at
I
our
watched the
American
original
sci-fi.
Star Trek, yeah.
Oh, the Next Generation.
Next Generation had a
is
British
really
dude in it. You'd like it.
Have you ever guys
Watch
seen
Shatner.
He's
Steve
French.
Dangler's series that he works on?
What?
Vic's in it, the guy that plays Crow in Ruby. I said Roby. In Ruby, Vic, who plays Crow.
Vic.
Manyanga. I can never say his name. It's
I
horrible
don't
because we
think you
work
did it
together
right.
now, so it's like Manyanga,
We met him in Australia many years ago.
and we've never been able to pronounce his name correctly. But the tons of fans all over. Very talented guy, and when they cast me to play Yang's father and Ruby's father in the show, I was nervous. I'm like, I had to spend a lot of time with the voice and the character because I'm going to be acting against Crow. You know, he's one of the strongest voices in the whole fucking show. Anyway, Steve Dangler, and Vic, they make a show which is like a continuation of the original series. It's a web series that they shoot, but it looks fucking amazing. They captured the look and the feel of the original series. I think just spot on with like the lighting, you know, across the eyes and all that. It looks great. Eyes, EYE.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Reddit.
Not the letter.
All right, I'm done. I got nothing else to talk about.
All right.
I hit my whole list today.
Let's wrap this
I
up.
had so much on my list.
Well, we'll cover it later. Don't
Suicide
forget-
Squad.
there-
Is it going to be good?
No. Don't forget the store sale is still going on.
Happy
until
13 years,
the
guys.
13th of April. You can go check it out for 30% of all merchandise up till April 13th using code RT13.
Are you proud?
Happy 13th
This
anniversary.
could go.
to
This could
receive-
go 20.
It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. It's weird how
You'll
stuff
be nowhere
changes
to be
over
seen.
time. We had the funniest conversation. Remember the conversation we had at the bar the other day? How like stuff shifts over time?
Was I there?
Yeah, we're talking about Griffball.
Oh yeah.
And Kovic was like, Griffball was put back in Halo 5. And I was like, yeah, they put the gravity hammers in just for Halo 5. He goes, yeah. He goes, Jeff must be super proud of that. I'm like, why would Jeff be proud? He goes, well, he invented Griffball. And I'm like, really? And Gavin's like, Gavin and I are sitting right there. That's like, yeah, I always thought Jeff invented Griffball. That's why it's called Griffball. We were like, this is weird. Like, over time, it's like just stuff shifts so much, you know?
Something that's like, just like, huh, to one person. It's like, what? To everyone. So what should I do with the burp bag?
I don't know. Okay.
You want to
But
like
it's weird.
fart in
'cause
it next?
everything the company, I think, takes on a life of its own. Griffball is probably the best example where it was really important to us for like 6 months. And then it just got completely taken over by the community.
The community really latched onto it. And
Yeah.
would-
I
And
associate.
Colton played a ton of Griffball. And like when Gavin and I told him that we made it, he was like, get the fuck out of here. Totally didn't believe us.
I associate it with bad news though, or with like bad luck, because I got banned from Xbox Live like during the
Right.
first tournament. The second tournament, my bollock twisted round and I missed that as well. I was in hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you want to be the commissioner of the whole thing, and I was like out of order again.
right.
And then was that when we also were spending all of our time like going through dumpsters in downtown Austin?
Oh god.
God.
That was a
Map.
little
All right.
later.
Well, thanks for watching,
Tell
everybody.
that story
We'll see you guys
sometime.
next week.
Never.
Bye.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse, dass ihr dieses Angebot sorgfältig prüft.
Again?
I was in there earlier, and they were practicing the intro. They were like, "It's gonna work," and they played it over and over
Patrick
again.
is not here today. Gus is not here
Es
today.
wäre in eurem Interesse,
And it was a
dass
bet of
ihr
whether or not
dieses
the intro
Angebot
would work.
It works
sorgfältig
when I was
prüft.
in there.
Intro did not work. We had no intro.
You know,
Sing the
people,
song, Blaine. Go with the theme song.
Hey!
Hey! I like that.
Like the way you ended that. That was solid ending.
I'm Gavin.
Welcome to the RT Podcast. I'm Blaine.
I already said that.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Birdie.
And I'm Blaine.
Whoa!
look at that, Blaine.
Really
Solid.
filling that seat.
Solid.
What's up, fellas?
What's Gus?
Yeah, what are we going to talk about?
So
today?
Gus is out this week. You know what? I gotta say why Gus is out. I've made fun of Gus on the Rooster Teeth podcast about this for years now, which is whenever Gus travels, he's the only person I know in the company who not only his travel dates are his travel dates, but the days around his travel dates are also travel dates. Like if we have to go on a business trip like Tuesday through Thursday, he will not come to the office on Friday. If we fly back like Thursday night in the afternoon, he can't come into the office the next
Instrumental.
day. Now he's going on a business trip tomorrow, but he's not doing the podcast tonight because he's traveling tomorrow.
Yeah, he's in town. He's
He
at
wa-
home right now.
Well, he was here today.
Yeah, that's why I asked him. I said, I thought you were out of town today.
Yes, yes,
No, I'm leaving tomorrow.
But it's dead easy to do like a half day. Like I did a half day. I took my suitcase to work and then went to Australia. But I had the morning of work.
Yeah, but his flight I think is at like 7 a.m. I get it. You want to pack?
What are you doing? Are you traveling this week for that thing? It's for the Doom
No, I'm
thing.
not.
That's
Oh, no.
I was
he's better for that.
I was possibly going to be, and then things changed.
so he's a little bit jealous here. Are you going to the Doom thing? So like they put together this whole big Doom thing with like all these sports stars and everything, like Chad Ochocinco, Okotinko, and some soccer guy who everybody.
Thierry Henry, the
Yeah,
most
you go.
famous Frenchman ever.
There you
Jack
go.
not know who
I
that
thought
was.
Napoleon was the most famous
Lafayette,
Frenchman.
you know, just throwing out a couple names there.
Right.
Gerard Depardieu.
Look,
A lot
Henry
of famous
plays.
French dudes.
Huh?
Henry played for Arsenal, so I'm not that
Is that
fussed by it. What?
Oh,
Hey,
hey, promo.
there it is.
Sniper Wolf. Hi.
Well, that intro works.
I
The
love
one we're
how-
jealous we're not going to.
I love
Who's that
how
hot
guy, the football player who's with Michael.
That was a
is-
great fucking video.
What's his name? Gronk?
The Gronk.
The Gronk.
Gronksky, right?
What's funny is that Jack knew everyone except Thierry Henry, and he's the only one that I knew. I don't know any.
But it's they're all gonna be sitting down and playing Doom together, and that'll be like a big live stream. Starts tomorrow at
It's Tuesday, May 29th at
5 o'clock
5
Central.
Central.
5 o'clock
6
Central time.
Eastern.
whereas right now, just for perspective, if you're watching this
3
live, it's now 7:30 Central Time, so it'd be 2.5 hours earlier than right now.
We already had
So
the thing.
21.5 hours away from now.
Yes, I also want to thank our sponsors for today.
Damn,
Since I'm in
okay.
Gus's chair today, I'm filling his role. I want to thank our sponsors from today. Our sponsors today are Harry's and Squarespace. So thank you very much, Harry's and Squarespace, for making this episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast.
So the fact that
Possible.
Gus is in town means that tonight could have been the steak podcast,
That's another reason to be very mad at Gus.
because I'm just very excited for steak. Like, it's so hard to be hungry for something weeks in advance, but I want steak.
Guys, it's making me feel very self-conscious, you know?
Oh, why? Because you're here and Gus is not?
Yeah, because it's like, God, it would have been so much better if Gus was here. And I'm like,
Well, I mean,
I really hope the control room pans
he's
you
kind of
at that
irrelevant. I
moment.
just wanted the steak, to be honest. If you brought steak, I would like you more than Gus.
I can order a favor.
Can you do it? Also, question: since you've been so excited for the steak podcast, have you been avoiding all steak just to like prepare your stomach?
Not
and, like-
intentionally, but I haven't had a steak since.
So when we do it,
I will not have one until.
we're trying to organize it correctly, and hopefully we can do it next week.
Yeah, you gotta be steak hungry.
So no favor.
I had to travel, but I worked around the podcast.
When are you traveling?
Next week.
You,
So
are you
Tuesday.
packed?
For next week? No, I pack like half
the
an
week
hour
off.
before I go.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
In fact, I forget stuff if I pack too far in advance. I'm most in the zone for packing like 10 minutes before I walk out the door.
I've really got to be such like a traveler where I can't be bothered that I'll show up to the airport 20 minutes before my flight
Yeah.
boards, and I have just that amount of time. You're supposed to show up like an hour, and I'll just be like, I'm fine. I'll get out. Don't worry about it.
Well, here's two things.
You can turn that plane around. Come on.
Two things that are very important about travel that once you think this way makes travel a lot less stressful. One, you only really need your passport.
You do.
You can forget everything else. Two, there's always another flight. And
There's
once you're not worried about either
always
of
another
those, it's
flight.
like it's so easy.
Do you know that that's also two very important rules for The Amazing Race?
Yeah.
If you lose your passport, you are done. You're gone. There was a dude who, I think in season 18, he was in Russia and his passport was in a cabinet pulled away. Like they took his bag, he was done. And he was in, from what I read of interviews with him after the fact, the production just moved on because he was like eliminated right then. And he was in Russia for about 30 or 40 days with like no help or anybody
F
like
that.
trying to figure out how to get out via the American
And did he
embassy.
have his wallet or anything either?
No,
Like,
everything was
did he have
gone.
money?
No, everything was gone.
What about his partner?
I'm assuming the partner was with him. Can you hand me one of those beers? The non-shiner, please.
I went traveling recently, and I'm been getting into this habit where I will work the day of my flight to the point where I bring my laundry up, and I'm always like stacking up laundry. So I will do my laundry up here at the office, and I will literally upend my laundry basket into a suitcase, and then just whatever that is, that's what I take on my
So
flight.
you come to
Really?
work with an empty suitcase and dirty clothes.
Yeah, and then I'll just like dump it all in and be like, cool, ready to go. But my clothes are always
That's taking last minute to the next level.
yeah, my clothes are always like wrinkly though, but luckily since I wear tight shirts, no problems.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Thanks, dog.
It's a new shirt tomorrow.
Yeah, Blaine's the worst model for shirts because you could never read what they're supposed to be. His body just crushes shirts. There we go.
Rips it off.
That's a filthy casual shirt. Very,
We
very
should
trendy.
make like a peck-friendly shirt for you, where like your tits
So you should just
don't
wear
like
a
cover up the under.
female-sized shirt.
No, it should just be
Okay.
it should be like one of those Batman molded suits, and you just wear that, like a neoprene one.
Can you sell like a Blaine shirt that has like muscles molded onto it?
And little nipples.
Yeah.
Not that you have nipples, but they always have Batman suits.
My nipples.
I mean, I'm sure you have nipples. I'm seeing like I'm digging a hole here, Blaine. But if
you
you
can
have
find 'em.
nipples, I'm just saying nipples aren't an issue with you.
No, I'm better at this game.
Yeah, he's pretty close. It's down here. They go low.
They go low.
They go
Yeah.
low.
Can you explain that game to everybody?
Nipple? You guess the nipple.
Here's what I think. I think Gavin plays that game
Guess
in the
where it
hopes
is.
that one of his female friends will let him try it on her. Has it ever worked for you?
I've never tried to poke a girl's tit to try and like identify where her nipple is.
Like, just here, give it a shot. So in your shirt, he'll walk up to you like at a bar or something, where you're wearing your shirt. He'll do this. You know exactly what he's about to do if you know Gavin. He comes in with his finger, and you know he's just going to try to guess where your nipple is on your chest.
And it starts a game because then they try on you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are terrible. You know who's not terrible? You know who the best in the world at this game
Let me
is?
think about that. Ryan.
Esther Sorolla.
Really?
Yeah. She's never missed my nips.
She's tuned in.
Yeah.
That's a shirt.
She knows exactly what they are all the time.
She's
Maybe she has
never
X-ray
missed my
vision.
nips.
That's how she found out. She has X-ray vision.
Then- but she
Which, by the way,
married Gus.
in the Batman Superman movie, which we
we
might
gonna talk
talk
about
about. We want to talk about it right now, so we can get like any kind of like.
Non-spoiler. Let's say that, but
What were you gonna say?
addressing issues though.
They used a lot of stuff in Superman.
This
In Man of
life of
Steel,
man.
does Superman not have X-ray vision?
What, because they use smoke on it?
Yeah, and they used smoke on him.
They were like,
Yeah,
okay.
Batman did, and then there was also
He used
that
a smoke
scene-
bomb and got away from
Well,
it.
the
It's like-
smoke bomb that is green, you can understand it messes with him. But then he just used a normal smoke bomb.
and he
and Superman
flows
was like-
through it. Yeah, where'd it go?
That was early in the movie before there was any green stuff, though.
Yeah. Also, the
No, it's like 5
the
seconds
first
before.
the first green thing he grabs because he's Superman, amazing reflexes. The second one he just flies right into it.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't he just dodge it? He can see in bullet time. Why did he even?
It's so tough when it's Superman. Well, he had been affected already.
So,
Oh, look at this.
and I
Trailer?
thought Ben Affleck did a great Batman.
It was pretty good.
But Batman was fucking stupid in this movie.
Yeah.
What was
Like
that email to that?
Oh,
that-
dude, we should probably, let's do this.
Yeah.
Post-show. This post-show, we'll talk all about spoilers about Batman and Superman,
Great.
okay?
All right.
So we'll do that. So apologies. The post-show has kind of become the place where we do all of our spoiler talk. I'm kind of working on something, though, to change that. I'm going to try a little different thing.
I will
See
say
if you
this
like
though.
it.
I like Man of Steel
Coming
better.
soon. You like Man of Steel better than
Yep.
Batman versus Superman?
Yep.
I will say this, and I don't think it's a spoiler to say this because I complain about this with every fucking Batman movie and every fucking Superman movie, is I don't want to see the Batman origin story anymore. I'm
don't-
done with it.
You don't want to see a kid crying over two corpses ever
I'm
again.
fucking done with that origin story. Or at least he can cry, or like a flashback where he remembers it or something. They gotta walk us through the whole fucking thing. And it's like, as someone who's gonna direct Batman movies in the future, I'm sure somebody's out there who's gonna direct one sometime in the future. Unless you're gonna do something dramatically different with that, don't fucking shoot it. I don't care about like your vision of the alley and the gun and the mom and the pearls. It's like you're not gonna shoot the pearls in a unique way that's really gonna set people back on their heels.
Although the pearls were pretty cool in this.
It's been done. It's all been done.
You see IMAX TV?
No.
We see
Ironically, the dude who played what's Bruce Wayne's dad's name? Thomas. Thank
Thomas
you.
Wayne and Martha Wayne.
Biggie Wayne.
The dude who played him
White.
was the comedian from Watchmen.
Watchmen.
And that actually did have an interesting take on the Batman origin story in the opening credits.
The comedian from Watchmen?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like 50?
Oh no, he thought they used aged makeup. That guy played. He. Oh,
Am I right? Am I see it? It's the comedian from
No,
Watchmen,
it's
right?
yeah, and
The
then,
guy that
and then
gets-
it's
Yeah. There you
Something
go.
Morgan?
it's that, and then it's
Terry
the
Dean
chick.
Stanton.
It's the chick from, or it's the woman from Walking Dead as well.
They're both in Walking Dead.
What? It's the mom?
The
From Walking
mom
Dead?
was in Walking Dead. She's the one that's dating that other guy that everybody loves,
Glenn?
Glenn.
It's Maggie?
Yeah,
That was
she looked good.
really. She's
Beautiful.
a good-looking girl. She's like on the cover of like all those like ripped like shape magazines.
Yeah,
you,
I know.
You buy the ones that probably have the dude with the fucking arms like this. Have you ever seen
comment.
like all the people when they get on those muscle and fitness mags, how they all complain about how those are probably the most photoshopped covers of all time? Like Andy Roddick, when they put him on the cover of that, he's like, look at this. He goes, my bicep isn't anywhere close to this. He goes,
Really?
It's ridiculous.
Do
and
they
then,
also grease him up in Photoshop?
yeah. And like
There's
Daryl
a filter
from
for that.
Walking Dead, he's on the cover of one of these things recently, and his arm is like easily 4 times the size it is on the show every week.
That dude's blown up.
I wonder how big Blaine would be on a magazine cover.
Dude, you should do it. It's swole as
Yeah,
fuck.
let's get it on the magazine cover. Lighting is key. You always have the top lighting because it hits the abs, and then it's like shadows, and it's like.
But when you want the underlighting for your biceps,
When it hits my abs, it's not shadows, it's just shadow.
it's all in the light.
I got the one back. That's all I have. It's nice that you have shadows. I'm really proud of you.
So if you, in 2045, the
Good year.
Batman reboot is given to you. You got to start Batman again. How do you shoot it?
Listen, I'm not doing the origin story. Maybe
First person perspective.
جئت كل أمل
every time
Hardcore Batman.
it's Superman 2. And it's not just those two characters either. If I go to Civil War, Avengers, and they show Spider-Man's origin story, I will walk the fuck out. I mean, we have seen
City.
that fucking origin story a billion times.
Kid gets bit by a spider.
I don't think this is a spoiler either
Or Ben.
for Batman versus Superman because she's all over the trailers, but Wonder Woman is in the movie.
Yeah, she is.
She is. And it's like, hey, we really want to do an origin story in this movie. It's like, oh, do you want to make it the origin story for the character who's never appeared on screen before? Nope, Batman. It's like, they didn't say anything about Wonder Woman
Yeah.
at all. Like, they purposefully, there's only one little tiny shred of information you get about this character.
Yep.
You get
Es
nothing.
wäre
Anyway,
in
we'll do a whole
eurem
spoiler
Interesse,
cast later.
dass
But,
ihr
but the
diese
actress that played her,
Gal Gadot.
god damn,
Yeah.
Do you like
that
it?
is a good looking
I
woman.
liked her better not as Wonder Woman. I mean, I
That's
thought she was a
fierce.
cooler character when she wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, looks.
I was about
wise.
to say when she was Linda Carter.
She was also on the
That's
the 56-mile long runway in Fast and the Furious.
What is Wonder Woman's alias?
What
is her secret identity?
Prince. Diana Prince.
Wonder
Diana
Woman.
Prince. Diana, that's right. It's Prince?
Prince.
Wanda
Prince?
Like Prince.
Not like Freddie Prinz? She's not from the Prinz
Like the
family?
name Wanda.
I got it. Thanks.
You want me to look that up? You don't look sure yourself.
What? Diana Prince?
Diana Prince. That is right. Diana Prince.
Damn.
I think that like
I'm gonna go to Twitter.
Future generations are going to look at Batman kind of like, okay, so we have Star Wars 4, 5, 6, and then they had the prequels 1, 2, 3, which are significantly worse. I think that they're gonna look at
your opinion.
Batman Dark Knight trilogy, you know, like the Nolan trilogy. It's like, oh yeah, those were the good Batman movies. And then they kind of got really shitty with Man of Steel. And
You don't think they were shitty with George Clooney?
No, they're pretty shit. 89 Keaton Batman was fucking cool, but it got all Schumacher-y there.
He was in 2 Batman.
89 and 90 or 91 with Penguin and Catwoman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to keep
it's like,
track of all the Batmans.
How hard is it to get fucking Batman
I
right?
like the one with Jim Carrey.
The one with Mr.
As the
Freeze.
Riddler.
I read a quote the other day about Tommy Lee Jones hugging Jim Carrey, and he like whispered into his ear, and he's like, "I hate you, I can't stand you." And then he said something along the lines of like, "I cannot." Like warrant your buffoonery or something. Some like really
What?
eloquent way of saying he was just a jackass.
So
Tommy
to
Lee
Jim-
Jones.
to Jim Carrey?
Yeah, to Jim Carrey.
That's so harsh.
Well, I mean, it's probably true.
Yeah.
Probably annoys the shit out of people.
Someone is trying to tell me that Superman uses a Batman uses a lead-based smoke.
So
Whatever
still can't
that
see through it?
means. Whatever that means. But he doesn't use X-ray vision at any point in. Does he do it in Man of Steel?
Well, you assume he's using it because he finds people like come straight through the
Lois.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Well, then also like if you think about it, when he's looking through his glasses, I bet he uses a little X-ray vision to see through those glasses. Otherwise, you know, because when he wears the Clark Kents,
They're clear. So, is that what you mean by
well,
X-ray?
maybe they have prescription in them
Why would he get glasses with him?
because he's got to conceal his identity, and he's not going to get just like UV protected glasses. Like,
You don't know that.
Yeah, but he would
maybe,
get
yeah.
glasses like yours, where it makes the middle of your head look super pinched. Like, look straight at the camera. Look straight at the camera. Look at the camera. You can see the gap on either side of your head in your glasses. Look straight ahead. Look right at the camera. There it is, right there. There's 2 black gaps, one on either side. Your head goes like an hourglass.
You look like the liquid inside a milk bottle. Like
do my eyes get bigger or smaller when I?
Look at him. He looks right.
They get so much
they get
bigger
bigger
when you
by
take
like
them off.
2 times. Wait, instead of pulling them up, just put them towards the camera slightly.